Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Workers and Resources Soviet Republic of the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture number 260. I'm going to fix better power for the mountain folk down there eventually, but a little bit of a more pressing matter has surfaced here, and that is we have these pump water wells here, right? They do their thing, and when I put them in, the pollution of the source was not so bad as to not be of good enough quality for the fabric factory to use. But since then, the chemical plant here has been running for a bit, and now it is no longer of good enough quality for the fabric factory. So to remedy that, I've prepared a little bit of infrastructure here. We have 3 more of these pump wells, and one of these water towers with integrated pumps, and hopefully they'll get around to this. But first and foremost, let's just check this. We're at the average productivity of 97%, and the population is growing steadily. I'm going to make an attempt to putting that to unsatisfied citizen reaction to great hard again. Here we go. I prepared this as far as I can. They need to build this road, and once they have built that road, we can do all this piping and stuff, and then cut these pipes and remove this crap and join these pipes up to these 2 pipes, which in turn feed chemical plant, fabric factory, and maybe also second chemical plant. Yeah, it does. Maybe through various means here. Okay. So that's a bit what we're waiting for up there. But see if we can do this. If we turn notify me when finished, we can come back to it. And now then, to get more power out here, as I said before, we're running very close to the limit of the single underground high voltage line that we have. And it goes a little bit of a ways to eventually end up here. And 9.5 megawatts, it was 10 previously when we had a bit more population. So that is too close to comfort for me. And that means that we have to change around quite a bit. Since this overground high voltage line that we have is a 13 megawatt one, and that is sort of intentionally set to 13. So as a reminder that what we have coming into it is also limited to about that amount. Now, we need to do this without any kind of service interruption, obviously. Anything else would be very bad, and that's going to require a few of these here switches. Let's see here now. We get the helicopters building on that immediately. Because if I'm not mistaken, we do have an underground. Yes, we do have an underground high voltage line there. So the idea is to put in a parallel one. And this is completely straightforward how this works. You see, we have this high voltage line. It comes from the first nuclear reactor up in Utopia. And this circuit here comes from the second one down in Svennemannen. So if we, and this currently this here is where it goes under the water to the other side. So I figure if we take another one in parallel out of here and hook that up on the other side, we ought to be good, maybe, possibly. So that's what I'm planning to do. So we take the let's just think a little bit here first. We don't need to do any more hookups here. No, we're good here. This is for this stuff, and it goes underneath and over there. And then we take a high voltage underground 12 megawatt wire and see if we can get that to our new fine switch here. We just need to cut the cable first. Somehow. There you go. You always want to crisscross your cabling in such a fashion. There, and if we then link up. Can actually get them building on this too. If the helicopters place that. Yes, put it to high speed. We might actually get somewhere on this evening. And a high voltage wire in between these of some description. We don't need to use this one, but I'm going to use it anyway. So that's what we take, and we take do that, join those together, and also helicopters, please. Do that, and now we actually have, with those two underground wires working in parallel, we have even more than one of these large things can cope with. So we take this over the mountain here, right next to the old one. It will stand to reason that it takes a somewhat reasonable path. Stand to reason, sure. Yes, and now we do something similar at this end as we had on the other end, which would be now. Yeah, you want to switch here, but yeah, sure, we'll put it in like that. Can only think so many steps ahead. There, and then we assign that to the helicopters as well. And now, again, we need to get a parallel connection underneath here. Since we don't have a spare high voltage switch here, we're going to have to cut power to something, and we're going to have to cut power to this for a little bit, or for the time it takes the helicopters to finish this. Boom, there you're gone. Let's see if we can also maybe widen the river a little bit in this direction. So that we can gain a bit more electricity problems, yes, but it's nothing too serious, I would hope. Level terrain a bit. Pardon me, I have an itch in my throat here. Yes. So there we go, and then we need to think a little bit again. The mind isn't quite working for the moment, unfortunately, but I'll do my best. Yes, do I need two of these? I think I'd actually want two of them to replace this eventually, maybe. I might even want three of them. Or something. There, say. And yes, and again an underground high voltage thing. It comes out of here. We take it into this one. Take it into. This should really be orientated in the completely opposite way, pointing this way. There we go. And now we take this underground thing and hook it up to there. Yes, and then what was your thought about it? The road is finished. Wait, yeah, we need to just head over here real quickly and finish up a few bits. That bit. That's going to make all the difference. But a few roads. Come on, don't be this way. There, and there, and now we should be able to start working on all of that, except for that bit, and to not have to think about this. I'll do it this way. because now we can assign all of these things, right? Yes, we can. And also the piping, yeah, the piping was also assigned. Very good. And that's how we'll have it up here. And thank you. And we'll head back to where we were. Bum 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 bum. Maybe you shouldn't have interrupted this because it was a little bit of stuff to keep in your head. Yes, but if you look there, you have these two with power incoming. So those should be merged. Yes, those should be merged. That okay. Yeah, I think that we'll have to do it in a slightly awkward fashion, but it will have to do. One of these from. Wait now. Yes, if you do that, and that, then you have. Right, that's completely intuitive. It's not, but I think it is going to work. And now we have there to signify that this is now full capacity. There you go. That wasn't that difficult. It's yet to be seen if it actually works or not, but still. I'm just going to have a look over the wiring here slightly, if this actually makes sense. Yes, power coming into there, power going from that one to that one, from that one to that one, where we also had the other incoming power merging on this switch. Yes, so here we also have the capacity of 18 megawatts. And we also get power to this transformer via this one, which is also then, yes, also being fed through both underground wires. Not that it shouldn't matter that much, but still, good to have. Yeah, just for good measure, should we try and hook up a few roads here too, maybe? We can try if there's enough space. Space, you say? We should have done the roads ahead of the pylons. There's a building in the way that way, but that way is okay. Go, and another one here. Yes, and this one too. To ensure that we have fire engines down here, but just in case. There we go. And that would be construction office group number 9. Yes. Well, that wasn't that hard. No. No, it wasn't too bad at all. Building external power supply, missing resources power, and 9 reported crimes that were not. Now, this also means, by the way, we have a sewage discharge out here, which I've been wondering, does that work without power? And yes, it does work without power. So why does it require it? Or why does it seem to indicate that it requires it by having one of these? This is a passive gravity-based system. Don't know. And it does not maybe matter that much. Yeah, this is also assigned to the helicopters, which is lovely. Now we just need to wait a bit. This is going to take its little time to do. But once this is done, we have the ability to... Why are you merging these, by the way? Yeah, we're merging these because then we can eventually remove this one and only have that one going over the mountain. Yes, that should be. There now we got power from, but that is only from that underground wire, and the other one is not anywhere near being finished. It's actually not that far away from being finished. It's not bad that I can use an excavator underwater, I have to say. Oh, pretty good. Somewhere in here it is. Now the citizens' happiness is too low up here again. What the hell is going on now? You can't get food, you can't visit church, you can't get meats, but only some of you can't get food. I think it's just because I turned the difficulty up, right? Water treatment is operational. Water tower is filled with 99% quality water. So this is about to be empty though, which is maybe not so good, considering that the power is off down where it intends to get its power from, or its chemicals from. Although things are happening here at quite a rate, I have to say. And now power is not back. No, we need this switch and that one too before it is. Before it's back. Yeah, but they'll be here with the steel and the electrical components pretty soon, I'd imagine. Yeah. Great. Then we can do the side quest of, or have a look at the side quest of getting water to the fabrics factory, because if we don't sort that out, people are going to be without clothing, and they don't like that very much at all. But this is a bit of work to do, quite a bit of work, and a bit of materials too. Yeah, but it's nothing that we don't have. It should be fine. And they're actually working quite at quite a decent rate on it. So they do have many things to do at one time. Now, that's okay. I hope. Let's see how the pedestrian tunnel is going. The underpass is finished. That means that we could probably start. The tunnel is finished too. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Great. That in turn should mean that we could get the electrical components industry operational. Just add buildings where workers go. You go there and you go there. Alright, these need a few things. These need steel. No, these need mechanical components. And plastics. Plastics they'll get from the plastics factory via the warehouse. We should have a limited amount here slightly to mostly chemicals and plastics. Oops, not fabric. No. Chemicals and plastics is what we want to keep in here. So we throw away a bit of that so they have somewhere to store, put the plastics. There we already have. No resources. What did I build an electronics assembly hall? That is not what I intended to do. Oh, god damn it. That was completely the wrong thing to build. I wanted an electrical components factory. Oh, that's probably a completely different beast to get in then. Yes, advanced industry. Electrical components factory. Yeah, it is a little bit of a different beast to get in. But yes. If you could just be so kind as to do that, then I think that would be fine. And what is it that you need again to work advanced industry, electrical components factory? You need, indeed, you need chemicals and plastics, and you'll get that through that warehouse. Very good. And then you'll put your finished product into this warehouse. Was the idea. However, you don't have a factory connection going that way quite, and we can't get it any other way. Well, we can do it this way. Do that, put in a road there, and do that, and remove this road slightly. Delete the warehouse. Sure, goodbye. That was almost no effort at all to get in. And then get back to cargo warehouse. See if we can't get one on there as well. Yes. No, can't build it. Come on now. Thank you. Yes, I will have to wait for them to finish these bits before we can assign. Those bits, that and that you can get on with. Very nice. This will be a little while longer. In the meantime, how is the electrics coming along down here? I think they have power back on at the chemical plant, which is great. As pretty soon the truck will be showing up, I'd imagine, wanting more chemicals for water treatment. No, 7.3 tons still on the truck, so that won't happen for a while. Okay, see here. They can help on this if they want to. The helicopters apparently are not doing... they don't have paths to it. Good thing that we could get the road-based construction officers to do this. Yep, that means that we have much more capacity here now. And then it's a simple matter of rewiring this slightly to the various transformers around the place. So as it is right now, it sort of goes through this power cable, all the way without any interruption to here, and then it branches off to all sorts of places. Now you see, we are at 12 megawatts at night time. So and we're down to 88 kilovolts. Not good. Rather, it is good that we're taking this measure. There, they have finished all of that stuff. Yes, we have high voltage here too. Very good. That's amazing. That too. We just need these to be finished. Okay. Progress has been made yet again. And with the citizen reaction now turned to hard, it is interesting it will be interesting to see how we'll cope with winter. I'll hook these pipes up when all of this is done, and we can hopefully get the fabric factory running again, so that we'll be able to have clothing for the people, especially here in the winter time. The clothing, we're out basically of clothes at the so-called readiness warehouse, which we don't have that much readiness in for the moment, it turns out. Yes, that's that for episode 2. Was it 260? Of the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so very much for watching in the regular order, and also in the regular order I wish you a very good night. Good night.